Said they wanted some macaroni and cheese, and it just so happens that we got a delivery of macaroni and cheese from Ready Hour. Now this is Patriot Pantry, I believe, but it's looks like the branding is Ready Hour from Salt Lake City. These are, I don't know if they're necessarily freeze dried, but it says up to 25 years shelf life. So this is their 72-hour kit. It comes in a little kind of a resealable bag, pretty small. This is apparently all you need to survive 72 hours worth of a zombie apocalypse or an earthquake. Do you think that looks like enough? I don't know. It looks like, should we, and I think Maddie here is going to help me make this macaroni and cheese, so it should be fairly uneventful. We're going to see how it tastes together and see if everybody likes it. What do you think? You want to help? All right. Let's get started, okay? Okay, so what do we got here? We have the macaroni and cheese. Is that what you're going to do? What's it say to do? It says open pouch. Should we open it? Let's see what it looks like. So I'm going to start it. And you pull on that. Can you do it? I'll help you. Oh, it's pretty stiff. Okay, we got that. Looks like a resealable bag. So this is 4.5 cups of water. This is going to be a lot of macaroni and cheese, isn't it? Okay, so a big difference that I can already see right off the bat. This is not necessarily freeze-dried food. This is food that's been packed. It looks like normal macaroni with normal macaroni and cheese type stuff in there. It is has an oxygen absorber in it, and it says it's good for 25 years, but it is not freeze-dried. So it doesn't reconstitute itself when you put hot water in here and put it in a bag and shake it around like Mountain House. There's one. There's two. 3, 4. I know it, isn't it? 4.5 though. We got to get one more half and then we're ready to go. We have to turn it on. Open pouch. Whisk contents. Bring to boil. So it says to put that in there and whisk it in. Let's do it, okay? So you grab your survival whisk. You'd have that on hand, of course, in your 72-hour bug out bag, wouldn't you? You want to help me dump it in? Okay, we gotta dump it in. Let's do it slow. It's just to whisk it in. All right, you're doing so good. All right, we're whisking that in. Let's whisk that in. All the cheese coming out. That's a lot, a lot, a lot. Wow. There's a lot of food in there. Let's dump it in there. Whoa. We got it all. That's a lot of macaroni and cheese, darling, but we're all going to eat. This brings up a good point. So these are not like individual servings. This is probably enough to feed, you know, feed a family. Probably, I don't know, this is almost 2 meals worth. I don't know, this might even be too big for this pot.
We got some.
I got to stir it in here. It's warming up.
Nail polish.
Mrs. D's not sticking around for the survival macaroni and cheese. We're going to eat and have a good meal tonight. There's plenty of it.
Well, I'm going to a birthday party.
What?
You didn't want to go.
So.
What if we were in a survival situation and you couldn't leave? You'd have to eat. You'd have to eat mac and cheese.
Nail polish.
If there's nothing else in the world,
I love mac and cheese, so
it should be good. Milk and nail polish for dinner? For dinner, you want milk and nail polish?
Nail polish is not for dinner.
What do you mean? You said you wanted it for dinner.
Dad, can you scoot my chair closer?
Like I said, this is not something where you just bring water to a boil, pour it in, let it sit for 5-10 minutes, and then eat it. Like, you actually have to make the stuff. Okay, this isn't freeze-dried food. This looks more like just pre-prepared kind of meals that are in a bag with an oxygen absorber in it, and they're, you know, sealed in basically a Mylar container, so they're going to last a long time. And so you do need to have some sort of cooking vessel. You need water, a lot of it, and then you need to have some sort of, you know, longer term place to cook. I mean, if you have, let's say, you know, 2 months worth of food, and, you know, like in our case, we only have like a gallon or two of, you know, Coleman fuel. I mean, all this stuff is going to be it's not going to be that good. You can start a campfire and all that, but really you need some power. You need some way to cook the stuff. And it's not something you would be doing on a trail. This is more, I would say, you know, all of these seem to be more like, you know, if you're at your bug out location, if you're at home, and, you know, you've made it through the disaster, it gives you something that you can cook, which I think is, you know, it's a valuable thing. I think there's room for both. In our case, I think if these turn out palatable and, you know, edible and good and halfway decent, we'll probably get a box of these. We'll probably get a box of Mountain House, and maybe we'll even get a box of the, there's a company, New Manna that makes more organic type stuff. So why not get a variety, and then you'll have you know, at least a couple weeks worth of food for the whole family, and you have a little variety at the same time. Plus you can supplement it with stuff that's already in your pantry, like canned food, canned meat. You know, we have some canned meat in there. We have some pasta. You could extend the life of some of this stuff by adding more pasta, I would imagine. A lot of this stuff is kind of pasta based. There's a lot of rice here. This is a very, very heavy bag. I mean, there's probably a lot of food. And I would say that if you're going to do this for like 72 hours, you'll want to cut it, make a meal out of it, and done. This is a lot of food even for 4 people. Well, 2 people and 2 kids. This is a lot of macaroni and cheese. But hey, this is basically the one main meal you'd get that day, right? And so that's it. It's a survival situation. So looks like it's thickening up pretty nice. I mean, this isn't Kraft macaroni and cheese, I can tell you that. It's a lot lighter colored. So we'll take a look at it and we'll see what the kids think, and hopefully it thickens up nicely. The nice thing about it is you don't need any other ingredients other than water. So it looks like it has the powdered milk and everything in it, and it's ready to rock. And I think that's how this is. So you really only need heat and water. And that's it. So we're going to see how this turns out. I'm going to let it boil and kind of simmer for the next 10 minutes, and we're going to give it a taste test and see what happens. Do you?
Whoa.
What do you think?
I want to be in the middle.
Well, but you're going to sit next to me.
After the video, you can switch.
Yeah, you can switch after the video. This is the ready hour mac and cheese. Is hot, so make sure you blow it. Take a taste. Is it too? So let's take a bite. Let's see what it tastes like.
Is it good?
I like it. You like it? No.
Taste it, Ellie.
What do you think?
I did.
What do you think? Does it taste like?
My tummy hurts.
What?
I think I have to go poo-poo.
Of course. Ellie, is it a thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up for you. You like it? You don't like it? Why? You like it a tiny bit? Okay. It's not as good as the macaroni and cheese you used to have. You used to having. You like it. I think it's good. All right. So far everybody likes the macaroni and cheese. We're gonna call that a good. We're gonna call that a thumbs up. I'm pretty happy with it. It tastes pretty good. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. Everybody seems to be pretty happy.
Not tomorrow.
And we're gonna sign off for now. See you guys on the next one.